Good morning, everyone. We are going to start our session with the new lesson Air and Water. Air and Water. It was given chapter 8 in your textbook. Okay. So, before entering into this lesson, the terms air and water is very common for us and it is very familiar because in our day to day life it is very essential and we needed that. Without these two things, we cannot survive. Even not only us, even plants, animals, birds, insects, everything need air and water. Okay. So in your lower class itself, you people hear this word. It is not a new word for you. Okay. So let's go to the introduction about air. That is what you know already. Only I am going to say again. All around us. Air is present all around us. That is in our surroundings. Everywhere we can. Everywhere air is present. Air is present everywhere. That is around us. Even though it is present in our surrounding, we cannot see the air, but we can feel it. We cannot see the air, but we can feel the air. And it also contains, that is a mixture of gases. Air is the mixture of gases. What do you mean by mixture of gases? It contains gases, that is many gases, not only a single gas. It is having many gases, hence it is called mixture of gases. And thick layer of air surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. In our last lesson also we have studied about the earth lesson. We studied a thick layer of air surrounding the earth is called what? Atmosphere. Above the atmosphere, what is there? Space is there. Okay, in space there is no air. Can you understand? Earth is surrounded by a thick blanket of air. That is called atmosphere. Above the atmosphere, the region is called space. In space, there is no air. Have you understood? Okay, I repeat. Air is present all around us. Even though it is present all around us, we cannot see the air. But we can feel the air. With the help of here two pictures are given, that is flying the kite. Have you ever done it before? Yes. During the kite flying, it is moving because of the presence of air only. So with the help of the kite, we can feel the air. And the rustling of leaves from the trees, the leaves are rustling, isn't it? That is moving, that is because of the air only. Okay, and it contains many gases, so it is called mixture of gases. And the thick layer of earth surrounding the thick layer of air surrounding the earth, it is called what? Atmosphere. Above the atmosphere, what it is there? Space is there. In space, there is no air at all. Okay, so these are the very important things we already know about air. Now, what my question is, what does air contain? What does air contain? Air contains gases, water vapor, dust particles, and even germs and smoke also. Okay, air contains gases, water vapor, dust particles, germs, smoke, etc. Just now I told air contains a mixture of gases. What are the gases? That only it was given. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases also. We know that oxygen and carbon dioxide is very essential for plants to prepare food and for their respiration. And we need oxygen, isn't it? And nitrogen is present in a large amount in air. And plants need nitrogen too. Okay, along with this nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide, some other gases are also there but in very small level. Okay, so these are the gases present in the air, and it also contain what? Second thing is water vapor. What do you mean by water vapor? In last lesson we already studied. Water vapor is one of the form of water, that is especially gaseous form of water is nothing but water vapor. And third thing is dust particles. I told we cannot see the air, but we can find the dust particles when stream of sunlight, when the stream of sunlight is entering into a house, that is entering a room. Here the picture is given, a stream of sunlight is entering into the room. Have you noted some small thing is moving here and there, very small minute particles? Those particles are nothing but dust particles. If not, you just see tomorrow or whenever you are free, just see. Especially during morning time, when the stream of sunlight is entering, when the stream of sunlight falls into your room or your home, you can find a small dust particles moving in that stream of light. Those particles are called what? Dust particles. Okay, and along with these gaseous, water vapor, dust particles, even some germs and smoke is also there. What do you mean by germs? Disease causing organisms, bacteria. Example, bacteria. Disease causing organisms, and smoke is also present. So air contains gases, water vapor, dust particles, germs, smoke, etc. Have you all clear with this, ma'am? Okay. The next thing, activities show the presence of air. I told we cannot see the air, but we can feel the air. Here some activities are given to show which represents the presence of air. The first one is what? Windmill. Have you ever noticed windmill? Yes. It has four some what fans will be there and it will rotate. How? Because of the presence of wind. If the wind is blowing heavily, it will rotate fast. If the air is blowing very slow, it will rotate very slowly. Have you ever noticed? Okay, very good. The second picture, a water bottle or an empty bottle is placed in the bucket of water. During that time, what it start to, you can able to see the bubbles coming out from the nozzles, isn't it? That is because of the air, because empty bottle contains what? Nothing inside, but air will be present. If you are placing that bottle invertly, the air enter into that water, isn't it? So at that time we visually see the bubbles, the bubble coming out. Now that is because of the air only. And third thing, very common, very usually we used to do, isn't it? What it is? Blowing that what it is? Soap water. Have you ever bubbling? What it is? Bubbles. You used to say bubbles, I hope so. Yes, that is because we are just blowing our air. Just we will blow, isn't it? And blowing the balloon, and doing parachute gliding and all. Yes, that is also because of the air only. So these are some activities which shows the presence of air. Okay, the next thing is characteristics of air. What are the characteristics? What are the features? First one, it has no color. The air is having any color? No. So no color, no taste, and no odor. Is there any smell? No. No smell. But it has weight. For example, weight of balloons. We can weigh the air. How? Here one experiment is given. A scale has taken. At the end of the two scales, a balloon which was blown, no, that was tied. Okay, after that one, after the blowing and tying the knot, just make one balloon to bloom. Okay, that make the blown as a flat balloon. What happened? Can you able to find what happened? The balloon which has blown, no, it has some weight, so it start to move, tilt towards down. It start to tilted towards down. Can you able to see here? Initially it was very straight. Okay, after deflatation, what happened? It was tilted somewhat down. This is because, which means that here the air gets out, here air is present inside the balloon, so this shows air has some weight in it. Okay, then third thing, and it is needed for burning purpose. To burn something we need air, is because air is a mixture of gas. What gas is essential for burning? Oxygen. Oxygen is essential for the burning purpose. Okay, so these are the characteristics of air. Air has no color, no taste, no odor, but it has weight, and it is needed for what? Burning purpose. Okay, then we need air. We all need air. Why? For our survival. For our survival, not only us, even plants, animals, and human beings. For what purpose? My plants, how they are using air? What they will do? They intake carbon dioxide for the preparation of food, and they also intake oxygen for the purpose of respiration. And animals and human beings, we need oxygen, isn't it? So air is very essential for our survival, and it produces electricity. How? Electricity means what? Current. How air produce electricity? With the help of windmill, because already I shown the picture here. This is what? Windmill, isn't it? Yes, this is called what? Windmill. So with the help of windmill, we can produce what? Electricity. Okay, and third thing, it shows direction. It shows direction, especially wind shows direction. So for these things, we need air for our survival, to produce electricity, and it also shows directions. What do you mean by wind? Because a new term I have introduced here. What is wind? Wind is nothing but moving air. The moving air is called what? Wind, and it shows direction, that is north, east, west, south. These are the directions, four directions now, and that four directions are shown with the help of by the wind, with the help of a thing called wind vane. Wind vane is nothing but an instrument which is used to show the direction north, south, east, and west. Okay, so wind, what do you mean by wind? Wind is nothing but a moving air, and it shows direction with the help of wind vane. Okay, so with this, I just stop today's session. Remaining till I'll continue in our next class. Okay, thank you.